Okay. Hey guys. Good morning. How's everybody doing today? Just wanted to talk to you today about some of the new features inside of ChatGPT. As you know, they've released their new flagship model 5.6 Soul. It has a light, medium, and high option. It is the best model out there right now that uses the least amount of tokens. So it outperforms the other models, including Claude. They released something called co-work, which will not co-work, ChatGPT work, that will allow you to get work done and just run on your computer and you can step away. In addition to work, they released something called sites that allows you to build up a website. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. ChatGPT work sites. So this week, I spun off a website in less than an hour with just a couple simple prompts. And those are the tips I want to share with you. I also want to recommend that you set up a site because of just how easy it is. Now, there are some things to know about the site. The site is hosted on OpenAI's infrastructure. So it's hosted through ChatGPT, and it's going to take your users to a login for ChatGPT. They don't need to pay for anything, but that's what it's going to do. It's going to ask them to log in, and then once they log into ChatGPT, you could link it through your Gmail account or Facebook account so it automatically logs in like most people do. But that's important to note because I think that throws people for a loop when you send them a website. They think about a traditional URL or like a Squarespace or a GoDaddy or some of the other major players in the space. They're not thinking ChatGPT. But I think that the AI tools that are building things, you're going to see this spin off a lot more often. So that's one thing to know, that when you send your website out, it's going to be through ChatGPT. The next thing you want to know is the look and the feel of the website is very important that you get that right. So you don't spend a lot of time going back and forth. And it's easier to get it right the first time when it builds it, because it takes a lot of time to build it before you can see it, test it, and go back and forth, which is another point. The best way to get the look and feel that you want the first time is to do one of two things. The first is to use a branding sheet. So you can create a branding sheet the first time that has all your fonts, all your color codes, things like that, and upload your branding sheet and say, this is my branding sheet. Maybe it has your logo, like I said, your fonts, your colors, your color codes, or it actually has the code of the color, the number. I'd like the website to have this kind of theme to it. Or if you don't have a branding sheet, if you're just starting out, you can say something like, I really like the way Ferrari's website looks. I want it to look like Ferrari's website. And then it'll do its best to model that website based on your website. The other good thing is really giving it a purpose. Like, what is the purpose of the website? Are you selling jewelry? Are you selling baked goods? Is it to promote something? Is it to house, store, share information? You want to give it a specific purpose and a branding template or an example when it first builds. And if you do that, it'll reduce the amount of time you're going back and forth with it to edit it. Okay, so that brings me to my next point. When it finalizes the website and it gives you a preview, that preview is going to be internal only, meaning it's not posted out there live to the world yet. You can only see it. You want to check everything out, the buttons, the drop downs, the sub pages. You want to make sure that everything is in the place that you want it to be and that it works the way that you want it to be, because you may notice that some of the buttons or sub menu or text doesn't actually work, especially if you're linking your website to other places and sources. So it's more interactive for your clients. You want to test all that out. Once you do that, then it's seamless. You just publish it and it's done. And like I said, you can have ChatGPT work, test the site, test any code, run through, find any errors, fix all that stuff for you. And you can have this done in less than an hour. If you're building sites for, you can either with them and do it at their computer. You can, sit with them on site and do it. I think it's always best to do things in person when possible. But if you work with, global clients or global stakeholders around the world, like I do, then sometimes you have to do it remotely. Or another option for you is to build everything for them locally at your ChatGPT work terminal. And then before you publish it, let ChatGPT know that you're going to send all of the assets, all of the resources for this site to the client. And then it'll package all of that for you and make it easier for you to send to them. And then you just walk them through publishing it. You don't want to get caught in the edit stage here. So you really want it to be done. If you're building it for a client locally, you want to make sure that all the edits and back and forth are done so that the only thing they have to worry about is taking that package and publishing it. And if you both do it through ChatGPT, then it'll be much easier to publish than if you give them the entire package and let's say they try and publish it through, Google's Gemini's Chrome extension or something, or some of the new ways that are out there to publish websites. It's just much seamless if you guys are using the same infrastructure. All right, so those are the tips. Number one, check out the new flagship model, check out ChatGPT work, check out sites. Number two, have a branding template that actually has your color codes, your fonts, your logos, or give it the example of, I want it to look exactly like Ferrari's website. Number three, have it troubleshoot and test everything for you. Have it test the code, have it look through it, have it fix it before you get in there. Once it fixes it, then you get in there, you test all the buttons, you test all the drop downs, you test all the levers, make sure it works, and make sure you give it a purpose in addition to your branding template. What is the purpose? Is the purpose to sell jewelry? Is it to sell baked goods? Is it to inform someone about something? Is it to promote content? And then the last tip is if you are building sites for other people, you can either do that remotely with them by remotely going into their computer, setting it up for them. You can physically sit with them, which is always the best, where they have it at their computer. You sit, you do it on their computer, and then you guys publish it together. Understanding that you can't always do in-person stuff, which is preferred, but you can't always do that. I'm in New York. If I'm working with someone in London, it's hard to be there in person. Or the third option, which is a little trickier, but does work well if you follow these instructions. You build the entire package. You tell ChatGPT you're going to take this entire package, take the entire website, you're going to give it to a client, and then have them share it with the client. And that is the next best way. And then walk the client through publishing that asset. So I hope that helps, guys. I really found it to be seamless following these couple tips. If you have any questions on how to use the new version of ChatGPT, how to use ChatGPT work, or even how to set up a website, give me a call. I'd love to help you out. Remember to hustle harder. And let's talk again soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.